Last night, I went to bed with an empty content calendar. This morning, there are a ton of agents that already done a week of my marketing efforts, not a demo. This ran on a real system that runs my company. We have a full weeks of content ideas for different platforms and social content, but also SEO. And we are running entire market research, scored, argued over, and handed back to a finished content slate. Let me show you the exact thing that did it and the one sentence that triggered it. Here is what is going on. Claude Code shipped something called dynamic workflow. You say the workflow, you describe a big job once, and instead of one assistant, it spins up multiple agents that split the work, check each other, and come back with one answer. Every video about it shows the same two things: a developer pointing it at a code base or a consultant pointing at a pile of contracts. But if you run a company, neither of those is your job. So I'll show like how you can use it for your marketing efforts. The competitor research, the content, the lead triage, the stuff that actually eats your week. So I pointed out exactly on a system we already running for real clients for our company, and I'm going to walk you through how it triggers, how it thinks, and how it runs. Stay to the end because the last part is honest the cost. That is the part everyone skips. Here are three things you can get out of this video. The first one, the trigger, you will learn dynamic workflows and how you can trigger them to make multi-agents work together for one goal. And then number two, the system, you will see the real entire workflow run end to end on a live company, not a demo. And number three, at the end of this video, I will be sharing 3 prompts that you can copy and paste for running for yourself. How do you actually trigger one of these? The magic word is literally workflow. And you have slash command workflows. And in Claude Code, you don't ask for one task. You can describe the whole job in a single prompt. You start with a build a workflow that dot dot dot. That phrase is the signal. Claude stop acting like one assistant. It writes its own plan, decide how many agents the job needs, and run them in batches. That's how we already ran our workflow. And going down here, it shows in the phase one, we actually had 6 different scouts, even more, 18 agents, because we're having 1, 2, 3, score, refute. We have 6 different platforms. So that's why it's 18 agents, and agent 19 is burial, put the burial, and then agent 20 is doing some synthesis and save into our Obsidian notes. That's how you can trigger the workflow. For real workflow, for signals, to make signal into revenue, we're having this prompt. I put build a prompt that scouts every competitor across YouTube, TikTok, Reddit, X, and even newsletter for the last 30 days. By the way, I have saved this information into our AI CMO, our director agents, and we have all the skills and reference informations. And I said score each signal by how well it fits our buyer and how much engaged it got, and has a second agent try to refute the weak ones and cluster what survives into this week's content opportunities and returns a publish ready slate. 1 flagship angle for LinkedIn, 5 short hooks, 3 carousel concepts, each one tied to the exact signal that justifies it. So when I run this one, what happens? It creates its own plan, have phase 1 to 3, and we're going to have these many agents for getting the job done. And after that, we're having the next phase and the final phase of synthesis of content. I did not tell how many agents to use, how to split the job. That's the part it figures out. And here's the part that makes different from just asking an AI for idea. It does not trust its own first answer 100%. One agent finds a signal, competitor's video that is taking off, thread that is blowing up. Another agent's only job is to try to kill it. Is this actually relevant to our buyers, or is it just loud? Is this a real trend or a viral fluke? The weak ones got refuted and dropped. Only the signals that survive argument makes onto your desk as a cluster. From here, I can even do even further. Now we get all those signals from different sources for social, SEO, even advertising scripts. And then now we can use these to generate real content. You can set up some of the agents inside Claude. Of course, our signal to revenue system has all the skills and agents around it. So I can quickly say, CMO, could you create newsletter, LinkedIn, and few short scripts from this slate? Then within a few minutes, we were going to have drafts. And from drafts, we are going to have human in the loop for reviewing the content quality and we can push out for our marketing efforts. This is how you can use workflows in addition to what you already built in Claude to make your business even smoother in operations. I was mainly talking about our signal to revenue system, but it can be anything like a sales process, like a prospecting, lead generations, content, and marketing operations, checking out all the revenues. You just have to figure out your own use cases and start to streamline that. Now, the part nobody wants to say out loud, this is not free and it's not something you run every morning, especially if you are having token limitations. I'm running Claude Code Max, so I don't see much issues with it, but it's taking a lot of tokens, especially if you're running multiple scripts in all of different reasonings inside this workflow. So just be aware of that. But in my opinion, all the tokens I am burning it gives us so much leverage about the content angle and SEO angle, marketing efforts, and all the GTM angles for qualifying better leads and putting them into our sales pipeline, which give us more revenue. So just be aware of that. No work, no automations, no work agents are free. But if you're running business, you have to calculate your move. If you want to try this yourself, here are three things to steal. First one, point it at a list of competitor sites and have it audit messagings, offers, and SEO gaps with a second agent refuting each finding and return one competitor sheet. Two, point it at your inbound leads and have it score each one against your ideal customer. Force the second agent to argue the other side so you don't chase the wrong ones and rank what to act on. Number three, point it at one long form video or talk and have it cut 30 platform native posts out of it, re-angled per platform like newsletter, LinkedIn, or shorts. We already have all of these engines. These engines have been significantly helpful for operations as a small team. The full workflow prompts and the setup I showed you will be in our resources tab in our school community. So please join free and check out our Start Here free resource. We already have a lot of resources that we are sharing for free. And if you're serious, you can check out the Lean Operator System and Master Operator System to learn AI in depth from Claude Skills and Cowork and even Claude Code to streamline your business with AI. I hope you enjoyed this video and stay tuned.